Hello and welcome to Saird's Audio Fanfictions. I'm Saird. Thanks for tuning in. In today's episode, we will be continuing on with part 6 of the YouTube Disaster Gaze series. This is I'm Silly With It, Tripping With It by KatieEwok. Summary. What is this monstrosity? Victor asks the camera, holding up a hideous blue and orange beanie hat. Yves Saint Laurent owed me damages for my scarred eyes. God, I bet my entire wine fridge Yuri picked this up. Adorable fashion disaster that he is. Yuri has indeed picked up the hat, and looks confused when Victor whispers, "Garbage muffin strikes again." Victor then squawks at the sight of a sweater on a rack and calls it the sweater manifestation of a fedora and steers Yuri clear. Extreme dog petting, puppy adoption, sleepy boys, prank wars, shopping trips, beardy Victor, jealous husbands being idiots, it's all to come in this week's YouTube Fluff Boys. Like and subscribe. Rated G for general audiences. Main relationship? Kusky Yuri, Victor Nikiforov. Additional tags include YouTube AU, YouTube, compilation videos, fluff, husbands, domestic fluff, prank wars, puppy adoption, Victor with a beard, unfairly beautiful Yuri Katsuki. I love the trend in the fandom for Yuri's admirers being called Chad. Peachy Chulamont is a little shit. This story is complete with one chapter, so let's get to it. Happy listening. One of Nick Bitch and Katsu's fan favorites is the compilation video Yuri has made of Victor petting and talking to every dog he meets. Hearing Victor coo over what a good boy or girl the dog is in a mashup of Russian, Japanese, French, and English is adorable. But there are some scarier moments too. Like when he straight up runs into traffic to pet a dog on the other side of the road. Yuri is actually filming for a different purpose at the time, wanting to document the first time he tries to do a shop in Russia without Victor directing him to the store or helping him translate when there. Victor's testing Yuri on his Russian for groceries as they walk down the street, and then he just sort of disappears, only for the camera to find him moments later sprinting across the street with Yuri shrieking his name as a full-on lorry comes hurtling towards him. Victor narrowly avoids being turned into a Russian splat and looks completely unfazed as he pets a golden retriever, panting happily on a leash, held by a very startled-looking woman. It doesn't matter what is happening at the time, Victor will drop everything to pet a dog. His viewers find it hilarious, and then are thrilled when Victor uploads a video of Yuri doing the exact same thing when he's the one who spots the dog first. There's also a video of the two of them going to meet the breeder of some poodle puppies to adopt one. Makachin's getting old, and the couple have clearly decided that going straight to one dog will be painful for Vic-chan as well as them. Victor's in his best sweater for puppy meeting. Yuri rolls his eyes as the camera catches him driving and says that there's a strong possibility it's going to get chewed. Victor just says that he'll take that risk to look his best for their potential new puppy. When they arrive at the house of the breeder, Victor and Yuri are immediately swarmed by little balls of fluff. They're both rather overcome, sat on the floor as the puppies mob them. "Oh my God," Victor whispers, lying down so the puppies can climb all over him. "This is how I plan to go. Buried in puppies. I live here now." "Vitya," Yuri chuckles from behind the camera, but it's a little wobbly sounding as apparently puppies make him cry. "You can't live here. We have dogs at home." "True. We'll just have to adopt all of them." "Vitya, no." "Vitya, yes." They end up adopting one puppy after all. A shy but playful little thing that's the runt of the litter and keeps on getting pushed out of the way by her brothers and sisters. Victor scoops her up and coos at her, making her wiggle around in his hands and try to lick his face. He looks up at Yuri and they both say, "This one," at the same time. The puppy videos that follow Butterbean, Bean for short, coming home, are also very cute. Makachin and Vichan are curious and patient with their new sister, even though she seems to enjoy climbing all over them and nibbling their ears. She has a small mountain of toys and a diamante collar in pink. Bean is too small to do the length of the walks that Makachin and Vichan do, so she gets strapped to Victor's chest like a baby, and it's all around ridiculous and cute. There's a very sweet video of Yuri trying to teach her to roll over, but Bean just jumps up on her hind legs and puts her paws on the hand he's gesturing to her with. Yuri's face melts, and he gives her a treat anyway. Another compilation video by Victor is the ridiculous things Yuri does when half asleep. He's clearly not a morning person, and rises looking all soft and hazy in his t-shirt and boxers. He'll seek out Victor for a hug every time, and clings. Then when Victor chivies him into sitting down for breakfast, he'll pour orange juice into his coffee instead of milk, and has dropped a croissant on the floor when Victor offered him a cup of tea to hold. Yuri doesn't even notice what he did. He just takes the tea and sips it, his hair a mess and his eyes all squinty. Yuri retaliates to this with a compilation video of Sleepy Victor. Victor has trained his body to be up between the hours of 5 a.m. and 10 p.m., and simply cannot be up past then. He'll usually pass out no matter where they are. On the couch, at the table, at a party, once, memorably, upright at a skating event, lent on Yuri. It helps if Yuri's next to him, which is often, as though his presence is the only invitation Victor needs to drop off on his shoulder or lap. The few times Victor has managed to stay up past 10 p.m. led to hilarious little clips. Does Makachin know she's a dog? Yuri, does she know how much I love her? Am I real? Wow. What if I only think I'm real? I feel very formless right now. More like a concept. What if mermaids were the other way around? Fish head, human legs. Yuri, what if they had fish heads? He also gets extremely affectionate. Victor is always affectionate, to the point that there's a video compilation of Yuri Plisetsky throwing various objects at his head when he's being gross with Yuri around him. But when he's tired, this goes to silly levels. Yuri only included it in the video because it's supposed to be an accurate account of Sleepy Victor. Definitely not because he's feeling just a little possessive of Victor when they share so much of themselves online. Even though Victor is taller than Yuri, he will climb into Yuri's lap. There's a clip of him squeezing Yuri's cheeks together, letting out a soft gasp before whispering, "You're a marshmallow boy, sweet and squishy." There's also ones of him grabbing handfuls of various body parts belonging to Yuri. Mainly the butt, though. There's ones of him nuzzling into Yuri's neck and tripping over or bumping into various things when he's too busy watching Yuri. The last one actually happens when he's fully awake, too. It's just more frequent after 10. It's disgustingly cute, and their followers complain of cavities. The prank wars are hilarious. Started by Peach-Eat, it becomes an international challenge when they're visiting each other. Yuri gets Peach-Eat back for pushing him in the river by putting fake spiders in several locations around the apartment while Peach-Eat's staying. The tide jumps about a foot in the air and screams every time. usually ending with him standing on the couch or bed to get away, or straight up bolting. "They're poisonous! Yuri!" Peach shrieks from where he's half on top of the fridge when he uncovers a fake spider in the cutlery drawer. And Yuri has to lie down. He's laughing so hard. "I have every reason to get the fudge out of Dodge! Curse you, you swine!" Peachy does a relatively tame one in tying Yuri's skates together when they visit Victor at the rink. But this goes slightly awry when Yuri properly faceplants and gives himself a split lip and a nosebleed. Peachy sprints away from the rink faster than the speed of light in fear of Victor's wrath. The video ends when Peachy's at home and the door slams open. Victor looking wild-eyed and furious. He rugby tackles Peachy to the floor and gives him a noogie for hurting Yuri. This is filmed from two angles, the shaky, blurred one from Peachy, and from Yuri Plisetsky's phone as he followed Victor home to see what he did. The teen is instantly added to the prank circle. This is a mistake, as Yuri's pranks have a slight risk of decapitation. This last clip also leads to a video of Victor going to kiss Yuri, only for Yuri to say, "Ow," and touch a hand to his split lip, brow all furrowed and mouth in a cute little pout. "Oh no, Muffin," Victor says, looking worried and instantly fussing over Yuri. He then shoots a glare at the person holding the camera, who must be Peachy as it's his channel, and Victor's eyes clearly say, "You will suffer for taking Yuri's kisses from me." Yuri puts cling film over the door to his and Victor's bedroom and calls his name while filming from the sitting room. Victor, hurrying to see what Yuri needs, runs straight into the cling film and shrieks in surprise before getting into a fight with it. Yuri, laughing hysterically, comes and rescues him. Victor gets his revenge by replacing Yuri's tea with soapy water. Yuri spits this out instantly, looking so disgusted and betrayed that Victor immediately hurries over and covers him in kisses, apologizing profusely. Chris's pranks include predictable nudity, like when he steals Victor's towel and clothes from the rink showers. The video is blurred over the vital bits, but Victor gives zero fucks about nudity and simply wanders out into the main rink area and asks for a towel. Yuri shrieks and threatens more decapitation attempts with very real results this time, then throws a skate at him, which Victor narrowly dodges. Then there are a series of jump scares, which always make Victor shriek when Yuri jumps out at him. Yuri only blinks slowly when Victor tries to retaliate and asks him what he wants for dinner. "It's because he's dead inside," Peachy whispers from where he's filming on the couch. Shopping with Nick Bitch is a new series on Victor's channel, obviously started because he loves spoiling Yuri and is the embodiment of treat yourself. "What is this monstrosity?" Victor asks the camera, holding up a hideous blue and orange beanie hat. "Yves Saint Laurent owed me damages for my scarred eyes. God, I bet my entire wine fridge Yuri picked this up. Adorable fashion disaster that he is." Yuri has indeed picked up the hat and looks confused when Victor whispers, "Garbage muffin strikes again." Victor then squawks at the sight of a sweater on a rack and calls it the sweater manifestation of a fedora and steers Yuri clear. He does a fashion show which includes a floor-length gold sparkly dress with a slit so far up the leg, his comments consist of mainly screaming. The suit Victor comes out in next, trying it on after it's been tailored, make the comments instantly switch to "Daddy." Yuri does a guide to finding the best ingredients at the market, including food shopping on a budget, which is a favorite of college students everywhere. He does a vegan and vegetarian version too, along with what to get when you're flush and want to treat yourself. As with all things when it comes to the kitchen, Victor is generally a nuisance in these videos. The daddy comments return when Victor makes a log of his progress growing a beard. He can do it fairly quickly, unlike Yuri, whose hair takes ages to grow. Yuri looks very flustered whenever he features in these videos. He's very pink in the cheeks and, for reasons that have people cackling in the comments, around his mouth. The viewers ask if Yuri has beard burn anywhere else. After one commenter makes a derogatory remark about the size of his thighs, Yuri uploads a video of him rubbing soothing lotion into the top insides of his thighs, which are very pink. Victory fans lose their collective shit. Victor uploads a photo of him chugging from a water bottle captioned, "Absolutely parched. Hashtag, God has not stopped blessing the gays yet." Then another of him biting into a bun with one perfect brow raised suggestively, captioned, "Just love me some good-sized buns to nibble on." Hashtag, thick thighs save lives. Back at their apartment, Yuri buries his face in a couch cushion. Peachit has uploaded a compilation video of Victor being a jealous bitch. The thing is, Yuri's very petty and soft, and there's just something about him that makes people want to do things for him, and then hit on him afterwards. While Victor is, of course, drop-dead gorgeous, he has a kind of iciness towards anyone who flirts with him. So Yuri sort of doesn't notice. But Yuri's far too polite to tell people to fuck off, and his self-confidence tells him they can't possibly be flirting with him anyway. There is one video of them in a bar, where Yuri's gone to get a round of drinks for everyone. Peachit spots Victor spotting the man that sidled up to Yuri and started chatting, while Yuri waits for his order. Peachit starts filming. The man is tall with broad shoulders. Looks kind of like the jocks that used to hit on Yuri while they were at college together, and are all called Chad to Peachit. This Chad leans one elbow on the bar while he hems Yuri up against the wall the bar is next to. Yuri's shrinking by the moment, looking nervous and flustered. And if it wasn't for the way Victor's striding over there, Peachit would intervene himself. Victor slips in beside Yuri, winding an arm around his waist. Peachit edges closer so his phone can pick up what they're saying. "Hi," Victor says. "Who's your friend, Yuri?" "Oh, Yuri says, looking more at ease now that Victor's there, but still nervous. "This is, Mark?" "Matt," the guy corrects, but he's still Chad to Peachit. "Well, hi, Matt," Victor says, giving him a smile that should send Chad running in the other direction if he values his life. Apparently, Chad has no sense of self-preservation, though, and simply puffs out his chest. "Hey, buddy, we were in the middle of a conversation," he stupidly decides to say. "Oh, geez," Peachit can be heard murmuring. Victor lets his eyes drag down Chad's body from head to toe and then back up again, wearing a look of such utter contempt, Peachit's surprised Chad hasn't disintegrated. "I supremely doubt that any man wearing an outfit like that would be talking to my husband." The look on Chad's face is utterly priceless, and Peachit can be heard saying, "Oh my God," in the most gleeful voice, while Yuri goes wild-eyed. "Vitya!" Yuri's protest is ignored as Victor starts to lead him away. "Shall we dance, Muffin?" he asks, to which Yuri opens and closes his mouth, still in shock, until he just nods. The dance that follows is just a little filthy. Victor's hands possessively on Yuri's back and hips as they flow through what looks like a club-suitable version of a tango. Chad can only gape. The commenters all thank Peachy profusely for his valuable contribution. The best clip is when Victor full-on punches a man that's got at least half a foot on him. The man's massive, but he pinched Yuri's butt, making the Japanese man squeak and look incredibly uncomfortable. They're in another club, and Yuri's in a tiny pair of shorts, no doubt because Victor turned the puppy eyes on him, rather than because he wanted to wear them in public. It's not 100% clear that Victor and Yuri are together as they're dancing in a group with Chris and Peachy, and don't want to leave them out. Peachy's filming for his Instagram when the man pinches Yuri's butt. Yuri squeaks and flushes red, turning to look at the man with wide eyes. Then he frowns. That's entirely Vitya! Victor has stepped over to the man and decked him solidly across the cheek. The man goes down like a ton of bricks because even though he's bigger, Victor was a professional athlete who still does ice shows and works out every day. He's fucking ripped, and the guy is toast. The bouncers hurry over, only to have Yuri step between them and Victor with his hands raised. He's my husband, he explains, wearing that "I'm beautiful and sad, please help" look that gets him whatever he wants. That guy pinched my butt. You should throw him out so he doesn't do it to anyone else. Yes? The bouncers blink, looking confused, still eyeing Victor, who loops an arm around Yuri's waist and nuzzles his nose into Yuri's neck. They nod after a moment and hoist the guy up, who looks a little groggy. Yuri turns and proceeds to make out with Victor so passionately that it's clear he has a serious possessive kink. They resurface after a while, Victor looking thoroughly disheveled and immensely pleased about it. We're going home, Yuri says, and presses a 20 into Peachy's hand. Buy some drinks on me. See you in the morning. Then he pulls Victor out by the hand, the Russian looking absolutely delighted. It's not that Yuri's not possessive. He's just more subtle about it. Whenever someone online makes a jibe about him, or when Victor's fans get a little bit too avid, Yuri uploads a photo with a certain theme. There's the ones with the thigh lotion, of course, but there's also the one he posts in a top that has a slash neck showing his collarbones, which are littered with hickeys. Love the weekend, the caption says, bright and innocent, though Yuri's eyes sparkle with mischief in the photo. There's another of Victor tangled in bedding, fast asleep. His bare shoulders are visible and what look like rope marks crisscross over his skin. Worn out, poor baby, the caption says with a little kiss emoji. His fans go mad. Wild theories about the couple's kinky sex life are rife in the forums and dedicated blogs. Neither Victor nor Yuri comment, until Victor posts a picture of himself doing a flawless spin in their bedroom. In the background, a pair of cuffs are just visible on the floor next to the bed. Morning workout. Need to stay flexible. #LoveMyLife is the text below this incriminating image. Victor's winking in the photo, and it's clear that it's a confirmation that the pair are as kinky as the internet suspects. No one is surprised that Yuri's the dom in the bedroom. Victor is such a service sub in general when it comes to Yuri that it's perfectly obvious. But to have it confirmed causes a bit of a meltdown among their fans. Chris and Peachy congratulate them via text. And the life in the Kotsky-Nikiforov household is very, very good. Well, that's it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed. This has been Part 6 of the YouTube Disaster Gaze series, titled I'm Silly With It, Tripping With It. Written by KatieEwok. Narrated by Serd. Theme music, Spirited Away by Guillaume. Be sure to join us next time for Part 7. Until then, happy listening.